Hello and welcome to Sports Review right here on iBrandTV. It's Friday the 29th of January. I know you're counting down. Yes, for many of you out there, it's the salary week and I know you can't wait for when you'll be receiving the finances from where you work. And that's what we'll be talking about too on today's show. The men that are likely be receiving a new salary from their new club site. It's Friday transfer news once again. Yes, we'll spend some time to talk about the stories emanating from the transfer scene right here on Fridays on Sports Review, at least till the end of January, till it's the end of the January transfer window. It's not the only thing we'll be doing on today's show. We'll not just be talking about the likes of Musa, Iheanacho, and of course Ighalo that is the transfer news right now. We'll also be talking about the games that will be going on in the English Premier League and of course other parts of Europe this weekend. Yes, Manchester United and Arsenal, the big one coming up later this weekend. We don't go anywhere. When we get back from this break, we'll talk about all of this right here on today's show. I'll be your host. My name is Jesse here. Welcome back. This is still Sports Review right here on iBrandTV. Now let's start off talking about the Friday transfer gist. Yes, the ones that involve lots and lots of players who will likely be moving from one club side to another. One of which is Nigeria's own Super Eagles captain, Ahmed Musa. He's in the news and we're hearing that West Brom head coach Sam Allardyce is really interested in the 28-year-old striker, yes, Ahmed Musa, who plies the street right there at Al-Nassr, where we hear that West Brom have requested a UK visa for him and he's expected in West Midlands soon because they want him on loan at least till the end of the season. Remember, Musa was in the Premier League as far back as 2016 where he played when he plied his trade with Leicester City. Yes, he was Leicester City's highest transfer as at that time. About 16.6 million they used to get Musa from CSK Moscow far back in 2016 and shortly after they won their first league title. And right now we are hearing Musa is really eager to make a return to the Premier League, and this time around it would be to West Bromwich Albion, where Sam Allardyce, the Big Sam many call him, is in charge of the club side. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully we'll get to see Nigeria's captain back in England. I'll get to watch him every weekend right there in the English Premier League. Now let's move on from Ahmed Musa and talk about another Nigerian player, another Super Eagles player. His name is Kelechi Iheanacho. Kelechi Iheanacho is what they love to call him. The British commentators. Yes, let's talk about Iheanacho. Iheanacho is on the radar of German club RB Leipzig. They are saying to be looking out to get Iheanacho on loan. That they are looking. Iheanacho is not the only one. They are looking to get about 3 out of favor strikers. Iheanacho being one of them. The other two being Divock Origi, who plies his trade right there in Liverpool, the 25-year-old forward, the Belgian forward. And the other man they are also looking at is Denmark's 23-year-old striker Kasper Dolberg. Kasper Dolberg plays for Nice in France in the Ligue, and those are the 3 players that RB Leipzig are hoping to get. Iheanacho, the best of the 3 options because so far so good. He's featured in more games than these other 2. Iheanacho, you know, he's a second fiddle striker to Leicester City's #1 man, Jamie Vardy. And the big issue right now is if Brendan Rodgers will be letting Iheanacho out of his sides, considering the fact that Jamie Vardy once in a while go on injury. Would Brendan Rodgers really let Iheanacho move on from Leicester City to RB Leipzig? Well, let's see how that one pans out. Now let's move on from Iheanacho and talk about another player, the one you already know, Odion Ighalo. Yes, Odion, he's moved on from Manchester United. His contract has come to an end. His 1-year loan spell at the Old Trafford has come to an end. Ighalo was the big news for Tuesday when he said he has the dream from him at Manchester United has finally come to an end. Yes, spent about a season in Man U, scoring 5 goals in 18 games in all competitions, and he's on his way back to China. But the one we're hearing is that there's a likelihood of Ighalo to make a return back to the English Premier League, although with another club side that wouldn't be Manchester United. Yes, the possibility of Ighalo returning to England is high at the moment. Let's see how that one goes. We have an eye on that one, and I can tell you it will be a pleasure to have Ighalo return back to the Premier League and possibly give us the pleasure of watching him every weekend, watch him week in, week out. I can tell you something with all words. Yes. Now let's move on from that one and talk about another one that involves Manchester United and of course Iheanacho. It's about AS Roma and Edin Dzeko. Yes, the Bosnian forward has been offered to United to be a replacement, to serve as a replacement for Ighalo, who has called it quits with United. Roma, they offered Edin Dzeko to the both Manchester clubs, that's Manchester United and Manchester City, following his fallout with the manager Paulo Fonseca. Dzeko, who is 34 years of age, was offered to the both clubs, but United said, no, we are not interested in making any January transfers this season. We are not interested in doing that. So as it stands right now, Dzeko might most likely not be heading to Manchester United to serve as a replacement for Ighalo. United, you know, currently have only Cavani and Martial and Greenwood, the only strikers in their ranks at the moment, and they would not be adding Dzeko to the ranks. Let's see if Manchester City will be a possible new destination for Dzeko. That's what Thiago Pinto, the new manager of AS Roma, is saying. Dzeko to likely be reintegrated into the team. Now let's move on from that one and talk about another Manchester United related news. This one is about Jesse Lingard. Yes, the one who many loves to make fun of. He's found his way out of Old Trafford, and he now will be playing for the Hammers at least till the end of the season. Yes, Lingard has moved on loan. The 28-year-old forward, he has moved on loan for the rest of the season from Manchester United to London, and he's expected to be undergoing medicals at least by Friday or say Saturday before he would begin to feature for the Hammers. Yes, Lingard, remember, he had fallen down the pecking order right there at Manchester United. He failed to make any appearance in the Premier League this season, and he has been looking to secure a move away from Old Trafford for a long while now. Well, the good news for him is that the potential cost of this deal is expected to be more than £3 million, taking into account that the loan fees of Lingard and his wages could amount to that. That's a good news for him. That's a good news. I will tell you, I personally am excited for Lingard. At least he can get some playing time finally in the Premier League. Now let's move on and talk about Chelsea, who recently got a new man in charge. Thomas Tuchel, that's his name. The German tactician who formerly was in charge of PSG and took them to last season the finals of the Champions League last season. Yes, that's the last feat he was able to achieve. Right now he's in charge of Chelsea, and many are asking, who could Tuchel possibly be bringing to Chelsea Football Club? I can tell you there's a likelihood of nothing happening this January transfer window, considering the fact that Lampard has spent over £222 million on the purchase of players. There's a likelihood of Tuchel not bringing in any new players. So Chelsea fans, just calm down. You're going to have to be managing the likes of Havertz, Werner, and other players, Chilwell, that joined in when Lampard was in charge of the club side. That's all for today on the Transfer Rumor Mill. Yes, the Friday transfer news that we do for the whole of January transfer window. We'll be back with some more by the time the transfer window is over. That will be next week. But for now, let's go on a quick break. When we get back from it, we'll talk about some other things. Welcome back. This is still Sports Review right here on iBrandTV. Now let's talk about how this weekend would be looking. Remember, it's Friday. Yes, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, a weekend of excitement awaits us all across Europe. While it's going on right there in Europe, we get to see it on our television screens this weekend. Yeah, lots of huge games, lots of huge excitement. Many the promises to be exciting. One of them being the one that involves Arsenal, Manchester United. Remember, United lost to Sheffield over the week. Yeah, they took on Sheffield United, who had just won a game and drawn 2 in 20 games so far, in 19 games so far, so good. And United had not lost a game since November the 1st. Unfortunately for them, unfortunately for the fans of Manchester United, you know how that one panned out. Let me not talk about it so as to avoid giving you PTSD, yes, post-traumatic stress disorder of that one. Let's talk about the games that will be going down this weekend, shall we? Starting off with the English Premier League. the one that will be going on Saturday. Well, not just one, many of them that will be going on Saturday would be the ones involving Everton and Newcastle, and then Crystal Palace and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Manchester City will take on Sheffield, who were able to do it over the other Manchester side, that's Manchester United. And then on Saturday also we'll be seeing West Bromwich Albion and Fulham. Yes, that one we have Nigerians on both sides would be featuring in that game for West Brom and Fulham. And then later on Saturday by 6:30 p.m. would be the one between Arsenal and United. Arsenal doing so well, currently 8th on the table. They've been able to claw their way back into the top 10, and they will be hoping to climb even higher, while United will be hoping that they can get back to first. But well, let's see how that will pan out. Later on Saturday would be also Southampton and Aston Villa. On Sunday it will be Chelsea, new man in charge, Tuchel, his second game in charge for the club side. First game ended in a goalless draw. Let's see what this one will bring, whether it will bring the 3 points for Chelsea Football Club. And then there's the one between Leicester City and Leeds United. On Sunday also would be West Ham and Liverpool, and then Brighton will be taking on Jose Mourinho's Tottenham Hotspur. Now let's move over from England and talk about Italy. Games that will be going on in Italy. Starting off with Friday night, it will be Torino and Fiorentina, and then on Saturday there's Bologna and AC Milan, who are top of the table, 2 points away from Inter Milan. Juve will be taking on Sampdoria, and then Inter will be taking on Benevento. And there are also other games that will be going on, many of them, and one of them involving Napoli and Parma. Now let's talk about the French League. All games also in that one. Olympique Lyonnais would be starting it on Friday night, and then the one involving Marseille, one of the two games on Saturday, Marseille and Reims, while PSG themselves would be taking on FC Lorient later on Sunday. That's how it's going to be looking in the French League. All the big boys, the opponents they'll be facing in the French League. All in La Liga, the Spanish La Liga right there in Spain. It's going to be match day 21. The likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid will be hoping they can catch up with Atletico Madrid, who are sitting comfortably pretty at the top of the Spanish La Liga. Let's run through some of the big games from the La Liga that will be going out this weekend. Yes, Saturday, it will start off on Friday rather with Real Valladolid and of course Huesca, and then on Saturday Sevilla will be traveling to Eibar, and Real Madrid will be welcoming Levante. Valencia will also be welcoming Elche on Saturday, same as Villarreal, who will be welcoming Real Sociedad on Saturday. And then on Sunday you have Getafe and Deportivo Alaves, and Cadiz will be taking on Atletico Madrid, Granada and Celta Vigo, Barcelona and Athletic Bilbao, and of course Real Betis will be welcoming Osasuna later on Monday. That's how it's going to be looking all across Europe. Games that promises to be exciting, lots and lots of games that promises lots and lots of goals. You can even go further by putting your money on one or two and see how it can pan out for you. But if your ticket cuts, that one is solely on you. I'm not the one that asked you to go and do that one. This is your Call It a Wrap on today's edition of the show. We'll be back next week to talk about how these games panned out over the weekend. Yes, but till next week I come your way, ensure you stay safe. Remember, COVID-19 is real. It's real, it's out there, and there are people that have tested positive and even people that have died. My name is Jidechi Chideze. Until next time I come your way again, arrivederci.